Guess what? The more you try to fit in the box, the smaller your world gets. The smaller the opportunities for you get. And really, you start to lose yourself. That's not your authentic self. See, that's what we were taught though. Why? Ask yourself why. Why were you taught, just like me, conformity, like to be aligned, to fit in with everyone, instead of being your unique self? Do you not realize that you're literally one of one? There is not two versions of you on this entire beautiful planet that we call home. There's not two versions. I just got done picking up and putting down big ass shit, heavy ass shit. And, it's one thing to do it last week. It's another thing to show up this week. And that's really what Results Kill Excuses is all about. That's really what 1% better every single day is really all about. But nothing, I'm telling you, nothing is gonna get anything done for you unless you are ready to get things done. And if you could just see outside your box, whatever box, all the can'ts and all the have-tos, right? Everything you feel that you have to do or you need to do or you've been so used to doing, you've been programmed that, hey, I gotta do these things like this or else what? A whole new version. And that's really where we're getting at, especially with those of you that have been downloading the app, Results Kill Excuses. There is 25 courses, and they require you to actually print out the sheets or purchase a workbook from me. It'd be a great honor for me to send you a workbook. I'll send you some other goodies too. But for you to be able to invest in you, and knowing that the days of old of like, oh, well, I'm getting my workout, man. That's what matters right now, right? My heart's broken. I'm going to work on my body. Revenge bod. That shit don't work. You say, hey, well, I want to make a bunch of money, and then you start a business, and then next thing you know, oh shit, you got customers yelling at you and employees not showing up for work. And now you're stressed out, but try to make that money on your own. These are real life things that happen. And yet, how do you deal with those stress? How do you deal with adversity? Do you become nasty or do you become better? Do you learn new things? Isn't that the trickery of it all? That at some point along most of our lives, we gave up on this concept called learning. And I'm grateful that I've been around education, whether it's higher ed or public ed. And do I think education is the cure for anything? No. But it's still valued in society. It doesn't hurt you, I can tell you that. Having a college credential, trade school, anything like that, it'll never hurt you. Right? And you always get a little more money. It won't get you rich. But somewhere along the line, usually public schools, we gave up on learning. It felt too force-fed, and we hated it. And we said, I don't like that shit. And yet, you already know life has taught you harder lessons than any of those English and math classes of old. And you've given up in many ways. Have you given up? Are you just getting by? Are you just survival mode? Right? We're all programmed for survival. Your conscience, your subconscious is programmed to keep your ass alive. But here's the thing is we're not living in a day and age where there's all these predators and threats to our life every single day. Yes, there's a gazillion things that could kill you, and no one's guaranteed shit except for death, at least of the physical body. What about the spiritual? And those are the things to ponder about the mental health, the emotional health, right? The spiritual health, the physical health, the financial health. Knowing that you can have it all. You can have a healthy and secure relationship. Imagine one of those things, right? Where you could actually feel good about yourself, living your best life, having someone love you for you, not for who you appear to be, because you've switched up. I know I did. 21-year marriage, are you kidding me? That dude switched. He changed a lot. He went from lovey-dovey to lazy, like working hard, but coming home all burnt out and not taking care of myself, overeating, overindulging, and that's just not sexy. And yet if you find yourself in a season of real reflection, which you should, we still have a few more days depending on when you're hearing this. It's usually a day or two after the full moon, but even going into the new year, this is the time of reflection. This is the time. Even the raven agrees. There he is. He agrees. He's flying by. He says, listen to this guy. I love the ravens. He's saying, listen to this guy. He might have a thing or two to share with you that could help to change your life. And I appreciate everyone that has been hearing the message. Is this message easy to digest? No. Because it's very personal. This is our private shit. I remember I sent the workbook to somebody before I had launched the app, just wanting to see if he would take it on as a challenge to try it. And he was like, man, this shit's too personal. It's too private. Like, I don't know if I want to have this conversation with himself, right? You're not having this conversation with me. When you're sitting there with the app, you're having a conversation with yourself. But that's the sad thing. How come so many people can't have conversations with themselves about how you really feel, not how you think you feel, how you really feel? That's a really powerful exercise. If you're looking for something to try, I'll probably do it this coming Sunday because it works for me. I use it on a regular basis, but to really just do a check-up, a body scan. It's not even a checkup from the neck up, it's a body scan. And to look for, just to lay there in silence, to be still, to breathe, to just really, check in with how you feel, not what you think, how you feel. Where's the aches? Where's the pains? Where's the discomfort? And that'll tell you a lot about what's really going on in your life. Our bodies store up all that you've been through. Do you realize that? That your body stores up everything. Just like you've heard of muscle memory, you have emotional memory. And so your body has stored up all those emotional pains and sufferings, right? For me, I know it was right here in my heart chakra, right? This heart chakra, oh man, so much betrayal, right? My heart chakra had to put a lot of focus on healing my heart and clearing my heart and keeping it open, not letting it shut down, not giving up. Have you given up? If you have, get up. You're hearing this message. That means you're chosen. That means your time is now. That means that you can literally get yourself a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper, and you can write the most incredible story ever told. Come from behind, turn it around, right? The hero's journey, Rocky Balboa, from rags to riches, whatever it is, right? From failure to incredible success. And a lot of times we just don't think that it's possible, but if you were to spend some time researching instead of just scrolling, go look at, there is millions upon millions of private videos and people like me talking about real life success stories about turning their life around. That's all this is I have found a way to turn it around. And I've also found a way for you to do it quickly, not too quick. You still have to go through a process, but I can tell you, you can collapse time. You've heard of the story of before humans broke the 4-minute mile running, right? It was just this impossible thing. If you've ever heard of even, the first human to summit Mount Everest, right? It always takes one person doing it for now, and then it's like the floodgates, right? And that's what happened with the 4-minute mile, right? The minute a human does something, then we all say, oh wait, he's a human. He's just like us. If he could do it, I could do it. And that's what I keep encouraging you guys with. Whatever you see in me, that energy that you're sensing, that's having you listen to this content, whatever you see in me, it's in you. It's in you. The ability to write the most incredible story, the ability to let go of anything that's holding you back, the ability to redeem yourself to yourself and to everyone else or to nobody else, and it doesn't matter. but to ultimately just repair that relationship with yourself. Set yourself free. Get yourself out of the box. That's what it started with. So many of us, we felt like we had to fit in the box. And it's because we have a fear of what? Not feeling like we belong, not being accepted. And it's scary. But here's the thing. When you fit yourself into a box that you don't belong in, then you're going to have the wrong people show up. But when you find the courage and the strength and the clarity to get out of that box, to look in the mirror and to truly go through the process of self-discovery and really finding out what are your gifts, what are your strengths, what do you love, what do you hate, what do you want and why, then now you actually have a purpose. You actually have some clarity. And a lot of people, I can guarantee you, you're trying to figure it all out in your head. You don't even know what your why is. Why do you get up? Why do you go to that job? Why do you love that person? Why do you think they love you? You think you know and you don't. Because if you're not maintaining that daily, right? And that means that it's slipping. Because where focus goes, energy flows. And if you're not keeping your eye on maintaining management, especially of relationships. But you could just imagine, I'll tell you what's happened to me. I had to get courageous once I hit rock bottom. I had to find strength to say, you know what, I can't drink anymore. So I gave up alcohol. And by giving up alcohol, that means I needed to kind of give up hanging out with all the friends that were associated with all the drinking I was doing. Right? And I'm talking about going to veterans clubs and going partying, and I had to give that up. And guess what? There was a lot of backlash. A lot of people were like, oh, you think you're better than us? And I'm like, no, I just want to figure out, I can't do this shit no more, man. It's fucking me up. And then you realize, like, God, man, I'm a grown-ass adult. Friendships, what the hell? That's for little kids, right? The real friends that you want in your life are people that build you up. Talking about business, talking about being healthy, talking about making an impact in this world. Not talking about what the fuck other motherfuckers are doing. Talking about athletes and this and that and whatever. That's not it. That's not it. So I gave up the alcohol, the drink, and I spent some pretty lonely seasons, right? By myself, trying to figure it out. And so be it. I'm not saying that's easy, but better to be alone than to be with people that are going to continue to be misaligned and hold me back. And what I have realized over the course of time is that I continue to put in this work. But people will show up for a season, for a reason. And there's a few people that are there for a lifetime, but there are some seasons